In the climax of Inside Out 2, the main character, Riley, doesn't win the day in typical Hollywood fashion. Instead, she finds peace within herself, doing things common in centuries of practice in Asian cultures like Japan, through Buddhism. This quiet, introspective climax is unusual for Hollywood films, which often end with a dramatic bang, while the usual winner-take-all, explosion-filled climaxes of Hollywood films are a lot of fun. I think an appreciation for the quieter, more profound depth of a climax as the one in Inside Out 2 would be of great value not just for audiences but for writers. The film's climax, with its gentle portrayal of the mind's inner workings, offers rich insights into both storytelling and self-awareness. The climax of Inside Out 2, with its introspective and serene resolution, sets itself apart from typical Hollywood endings, has also resonated with audiences worldwide, which is reflected in the film's box office success, grossing over $1.5 billion by the time it reached Japan on August 1st, 2024. The film's exploration of the mind, which I felt to be a blend of Eastern philosophical insights from Buddhism with contemporary Western neuroscience, offers a universal appeal that transcends cultural boundaries. Watching the film, I couldn't help feeling that this fusion of storytelling and self-awareness can enhance both the audience's experience and the craft of writing by highlighting the profound impact of quieter, more reflective moments portrayed on cinema screens. The quiet climax of Inside Out 2 can serve as a template for writers crafting their own character arcs and journeys. With these ideas in mind, the shared creativity of opposites, like the characters' joy and sadness, the importance of aloneness and the character embarrassment, and the significance of breathing. I'll try to break down how Inside Out 2 can serve as a template for character arcs and journeys with the aid of Buddhist concepts that are centuries old. Firstly, an important understanding of creativity in Buddhist terms is that the creation of things is born out of opposites. Most notably, for example, how man and woman, when coming together, can create new life. With that in mind, how is the creativity of opposites portrayed in Inside Out 2? In Inside Out 2, the creativity of opposites is portrayed through the efforts of the characters, especially joy and sadness, working together to help navigate Riley through her emotional journey. As Riley's journey is marked by her evolving understanding of the high school landscape and focus, joy and sadness navigate the landscape of Riley's inner world, filled with memories and experiences that ground them in the present moment. Through the integration of opposites like joy and sadness, it is an example of nature's inherent creativity where only opposites create. Their act of creativity is most profound because it is not for economic reasons but out of love. When all the opposites come together to embrace Riley, it illustrates the most creative act born from their deep affection for her. This moment signifies Riley's realization that her emotions, though often in conflict, are all essential parts of her identity, leading her to a deeper understanding and acceptance of herself. However, what fundamental element is necessary to facilitate Riley's realization? To facilitate Riley's realization, there needed to be an element such as a fundamental element to Buddhist practices and understandings about the nature of our existence. That being, aloneness. How does aloneness play a role in Inside Out 2? In Inside Out 2, the theme of aloneness plays a crucial role, which can be understood by illustrating Buddhist understandings with the character of Embarassment, emerging as an unexpected hero. Initially perceived as insignificant, Embarassment is unafraid of being alone. His quiet demeanor and actions, often unnoticed by the other emotions, become pivotal in saving Riley from her destructive thoughts and emotions. Unlike the other emotions that vie for attention, Embarrassment operates under the radar, reminding us that sometimes the most profound impacts come from the quietest places. And in the film, the quiet place is in the penalty box of a hockey rink. What happens during this key moment in training camp? During this key moment in training camp, Riley is alone in the penalty box. The silence and isolation is heavy, making her confront her inner turmoil. She has the chance to take responsibility for her negative thoughts and feelings, leading to self-awareness. Where anxiety's approach was to prepare for the worst and avoid it when possible, and Joy's approach was to always look on the bright side of things. Embarrassment's quiet strength and acceptance of solitude helped Riley to face her fears, showing the power of quiet resilience. How does Riley show this power of quiet resilience and transition from anxiety to a sense of togetherness? As Riley transitions from her anxiety about feeling alone to experience a sense of togetherness, the film visually represents this with all of her emotions embracing her sense of self. In Buddhist terms, this division created by words and projections and competing emotions dissolve and Riley becomes nothing. Not in the Western sense of emptiness, but in the Buddhist sense of no thing, a state of pure being, pure potential. This also represents a fundamental Buddhist tenet in that one's outer world is a reflection of their inner world. But to bring a sense of togetherness among all the chaos, how does Inside Out 2 explore mindfulness and self-awareness? Through moments of silence and introspection, Inside Out 2 offers a deep exploration of mindfulness and self-awareness, resonating with Buddhist philosophy. Embarrassment's role, though subtle, underscores the power of quiet resilience and the importance of embracing our vulnerabilities, ultimately guiding Riley to a deeper understanding and acceptance of herself. How can one achieve a state of silence amidst competing words and emotions according to Buddhist understanding? When trying to get into a state of silence, especially while words and emotions are competing, it can be challenging. In a Buddhist understanding, the means of achieving this silent state amidst internal conflict involves focusing on breathing. Since the mind is not required for breathing, focusing on breath creates distance from the mind. By being aware of how our thoughts and feelings are connected to the amount of oxygen required to fuel them, one can bridge the divisions created by words. This understanding helps us engage further with the mind's games and obsessions. What is the significance of breathing in Inside Out 2? Breathing is a central theme in Inside Out 2, symbolizing the protagonist's journey towards inner peace. The film's climax, where the protagonist finds calm through deep mindful breathing, illustrates the Buddhist practice of using breath to anchor the mind and ultimately go beyond it. This practice helps to quiet the chaos of competing emotions and brings clarity and focus. By changing her breathing patterns, the protagonist alters her mental state, demonstrating the power of breath in shaping our thoughts and emotions. With these ideas in mind, the shared creativity of opposites, the importance of aloneness, and the significance of breathing, Inside Out 2 not only is an entertaining, fun, and exciting film to watch, is a template for writers to go deeper inside their stories and bring it out for the world to enjoy. Thank you very much for listening.